Hello, 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 and welcome to Nana's Crochet Ideas. I am your host, Terry, and today we're here to talk about my movie and stitch. So, the movies, I watched two movies. One was called I Am Somebody's Child, the Regina Lewis story. It was made in 2019, it was on Lifetime, and it's a docudrama. It says, a woman tries to adopt an African-American girl. But due to a racially motivated ruling, the two are forced apart. The woman does not give up on the girl and continues to be her lifeline until they can be reunited. Excellent movie. I truly, thoroughly enjoyed this movie. So it is a white woman who is a social worker, and this young black African-American girl comes into the center where she works. And then she gets placed in a home, and she comes back and gets placed in a home and comes back. And I can't tell you how many times she went back and forth. Yet she had a real connection with the social worker, and the social worker really cared for this young girl. So she tried to adopt her, ended up losing her job over it, wasn't granted the adoption. And the woman who was in charge of the shelter made it known that she was not allowed to visit the girl. I mean, the woman tried to, but she couldn't get in because the other woman had said not to allow her in. So the girl stayed in this place for many, many years. And when she got out and she was released as an adult, she wanted her medical records. She wanted to see what they said about her and what had gone on, because she didn't believe that social worker would have just abandoned her like she did. So when that happens, the girl, they won't refuse to give her her medical record, but they do give her letters that were from the social worker. So she had received a lot, really a lot of letters from the social worker telling her she cared about her and she was sorry how things worked out and whatever. And she was given those letters that she had never seen because they refused to give them to her. So then the girl goes out and becomes a woman. She writes a book. And I want to say she either oh, my mind just went blank. But you know when you write it, dedicated the book to this social worker. And so at her book signing, the social worker shows up as she goes to sign this book. Very good story. True, I have no doubt, but very good. Let's see, it was directed by Janice Cook and Jennifer Goodwin, Monique Coleman, and Sherry Psalm were the key actor and actresses in this movie. The other movie I watched was I Can Only Imagine. It also was on Lifetime. It was a 2018 movie, and it was a biography. So it said, growing up in Texas, Bart Millard suffers physical and emotional abuse at the hands of his father. Hold on, I need to take a drink. His childhood and relationship with his dad inspires him to write the hit song I Can Only Imagine as singer of the Christian band Mercy Me. Again, excellent movie. He had a rough childhood, a hard relationship with his father, And then late in life, things change, and he writes this song. So the director were the Irwin brothers, and it starred J. Michael Finley, Madeline Carroll, Randy McDowell, Tracy Atkins, Mark Furzy, and Tegan Burns. Again, a good movie. So my J movie, I'm not sure what I'm going to watch, but I do have some that I found. It's hard to find a J movie. So there's Jacob's Ladder, which is a horror movie. I'm not really big on horror, but my daughter really likes them, so we might watch it. Then there's a movie called Jexy. It's about a man who's addicted to his phone. When he gets a new phone, they have a program or artificial intelligent thing called Jexy on the phone. It's supposed to be a life coach. That might be pretty good. Then there's a movie, Judgment. That, again, is based on a true story, so I probably will watch that. And then finally I found John Q. Now, John Q is a good movie, but I have seen it before, so I don't know if I'll go there. So those are my J movies that I'm considering at this point. Let's get to the stitch. Okay, so here is the main work I've done. This is the bottom of the helmet, and the white, one row of white is the face, and these are the bottom of the swords here. And oh, thank heaven, I've moved on to gray. This last row of black that I did, each row I did, I had to rip out 2 or 3 times because my count kept coming up short or too many, and I had to, I couldn't leave it like that, so I had to rip it out and figure it out. And then here's the other sword on the other side. And like I said, I get to be in gray now for a little bit. So that's my blanket. I think it's coming along rather nicely. My daughter really likes it. So that's all I have for you today, my movies and my stitch. So thank you very much for joining me on this. May God bless you. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you again real soon. Bye now.